It's time to get ready. It's time to get my gardens going. I really need to work on these raised beds. A lot of them just are not ready. Some of them are. I think the soil in these is going to be much better this time around compared to this previous growing season. The chickens come in here and scratch around and mix it up. You can see some of the peppers are still on here. A lot of them are being mixed up in the dirt by the chickens. So I know we're going to have more peppers, more pepper plants. And these are basil. And all these basil seeds, well, not all of them, but most of these basil seeds have already fallen off and gotten mixed in with the soil. This is the one that had my well, I don't see one now, but there was a huge turnip right here, and it didn't winter over very well. The chickens have come in here and they've turned this dirt over and over and over. You can see right there was a big turnip right there as well. But those chickens love to come in here and scratch around. They scratch around the sides here in the dirt. They mix everything up. There's an old pepper. There's several peppers down in here that had fallen off the pepper plants. And those seeds would be spread everywhere. And old strawberries from where we had strawberries in the house, some of them had become moldy. So I had pitched them here in this 4x8 square garden. I don't know if the chickens ate them or if they just turned them into the dirt. I'm not really sure. But these things are, the thing's still frozen solid. I can't even squeeze it, it's frozen so solid. But these are the little things in these trays. I guess I'll just gather those up and go ahead and put those back with the tray so that we can start doing new seeds. But the strawberries that I put out here, I don't even see them anymore. I think the chickens either ate them or they mixed them in with the dirt. So anyway, I just now got over working the weekend shift. Oh, that's frozen in the dirt. That dirt is solid frozen. I can't even get that thing out. But as the sun comes out, like it is now, you can see how everything on top there is already defrosted, but over here it's still nice and frosted. So it's still cold, but it won't be long. It won't be long until we can get our gardens going. It won't be long until we can reap the benefits of our gardens. I've got some potatoes in the house. They're doing their thing. They're putting up sprouts off of them. Chitting, I guess they call it, where they put growth up for new potato plants. So I'm going to end up out here. Hadn't exactly chosen the spot yet, but I'm thinking like between here and the project tree. That tree is the project tree. I have another video about the project tree. Y'all need to go watch that. It explains why I call it the project tree. But right out here, I'm going to put in a big garden. Not quite sure what I'm going to plant out there, but I know I'm going to plant some potatoes. I know I'm going to put out some corn. And a bunch of like collard greens and things. You know, all kinds of good stuff. But if y'all come back and watch some videos of my gardening this spring, you'll see how I transformed this area between here and the project tree and turn it into a wonderful, wonderful, what I call a victory garden. The reason I call it a victory garden is because if I actually accomplish anything, it's a victory. A personal victory for me. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get that done. I'm going to break out the lawnmower here before long and kind of just go out here and mow this and take everything I mow up into the bagger and build me a compost pile. I'm going to, out there next to that project tree way out there, I'm going to build a nice compost pile with everything that I mow up from out here. And, you know, go around the property way back in there, all over back in there, and collect all the organic materials that I need to put in my compost pile and get that going. But yeah, I mean, right now I've got all kinds of potatoes in the house doing their thing, getting ready. And I've got some sweet potatoes in there too. I'm going to end up planting those out here as well. I know that the deer love to eat the tops, the greens of the sweet potatoes because they're edible. We can eat them too. But I'm going to plant like a 5-foot wide by maybe 50-foot long sweet potato patch. But I'm also going to be doing some other types of potatoes out there as well. But yeah, I got some plans. Come back and watch some of my videos. Make a comment.